With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mike 54. Let's go, D. Mike 54.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
36 power.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, Jackson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run with Pumphrey, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Go. Sweetie!
They'll run here with Pumphrey and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Pumphrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Great 57. Hey, Charlie. Max 50, Max 50, Max 50. Good track.
Now Wentz on third down. That one caught by Gibson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They'll run it down with Pumphrey and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 22, Wentz. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they...
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Let's field it a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. At the 23-yard line.
Spot that.
On second and 9, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Well.
Don't be scared of it.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brings up 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Jackson to return. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Sunday. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Wait for it, Tokyo. Big gap. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Snap coming at 1. Now wins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On 1st down, Carson. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
He filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Wilson dancing to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
38-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's go, you Titans.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Now they try the right side here, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Here we go. 280. Sunday.
Slant. Watch the slant.
Here.
Mike 50.
Hey, let go.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Here we go.
Kill.
50. Mike 50. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch
Hey, Zoo.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Hey, check Mike 30.
Kill.
33. Come on, baby. Come on.
Smooth.
Mike check 33. 33. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike check 33.
657.
Here we go.
What's this on?
On first and 10, here's Wentz. This one complete to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On first down, Wentz trying to lay one up deep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm coming after you.
Alert.
56. 56.
Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Two Jack. Sunday.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50, Mike.
Hey, wahoo.
Mike 50. Here we go.
82.
Mike 50.
Hey, seam 6.
50, Mike's 50. Silver.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Gibson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Waiting! Watch the ball! Listen!
From the 36, Wentz. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 21 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
Wentz now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
Check three. 46 to Mike.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Bandit. 46 to Mike.
5.
Here we go. Mike.
What's this on?
Mike 46. Here we go.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46.
Hey, I'm coming.
Into the red zone. Wentz. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Philadelphia.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He's coming.
Hey, empty. Empty. 40, 82, 40.
Mike, 46. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Hey, check Mike 46.
To throw, it's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Check. Crouch. Crouch. Crouch.
Tyson. We're 5-7.
46 to Mike. 46. Push him back. Push him.
From the red zone now, Wentz.
Go.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
General West.
Again, it's Pumphrey, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
1
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
46 to Mike, 46.
Hey, orbit. What's your son?
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff looking right. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
Watch tight, tight is right. Watch tight, tight is right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down, 4 down. 19's me, 19's me. Check one.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Blair, 2nd-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We're beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Solid.
Hey, 50.
What's your son?
Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Yo, Mike 50, Mike 50.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Brandon Graham just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
34 yards there and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Deuce. 5-9, 5-9. Wait, son.
Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. That one goes for 30 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Mike 46.
Great 15. Great 15. What's done?
Check Mike 46.
It's done.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Wilson. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch twist, watch twist.
Sunday, Sunday.
This is brought in by Gibson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Shorty, shorty, shorty.
Hey, watch the slant.
What's this on?
50,
Now wins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. L.J. Collier just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
What's that?
Mike 50, huh?
Who that? Who that? Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hold on.
All day, baby, all day, all day.
81, 81.
Here we go, 50, 50.
What's that?
From the gun, it's Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line.
And an Eagle first down.
Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check X3. 218, chopper. Hey, Red 5-2, out here. Gold, gold.
46 to Mike.
Liz.
6 to Mike.
Greystone, travel.
Hey.
25, check 25, check 25.
Hey, 57, 57.
Wentz now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
180.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Sunday, Sunday. Hey, 74, 74.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46.
I'm here all day. 46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike.
Watch the run.
Wentz to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. On play action, Wentz. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Fair.
56 to Mike. 56.
That's all.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
14.
What we got?
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
We got to get this stop here, D.
To throw is Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go, defense.
Man, 5-7. Hey, Delta.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
What's your son?
Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. So we got man.
Mike 50.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coach say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Philadelphia, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.